2 weeks ago, when the Baltimore Ravens fired John Harbaugh, he instantly became the hottest commodity on the coaching market, and the New York Giants were in search, in desperation for a head coach of John Harbaugh's caliber. He was their number one choice. He was their number one option. And after a full court press yesterday, after spending 10 hours in the building in New Jersey, the New York Giants have their guy. Jaxson has his guy as John Harbaugh, and the Giants are working to finalize an agreement to make him New York's next head coach, and barring a setback, a deal is expected soon. The deal is not final, and contract numbers still are being negotiated. There's a lot to work through, but barring any setback, Harbaugh is ready to accept the Giants' deal, and the Giants are expected to hire him as soon as possible. The Giants will spend all morning finalizing a 5-year deal with former Ravens coach John Harbaugh, making him one of the NFL's highest paid coaches. But the most important part, Harbaugh has accepted the job as the first opening is filled. Giants fans weren't going to be happy with anything less, and they are ecstatic. Very exciting. If it was Stefanski, they would have considered it a failure. John Harbaugh was the guy they wanted. From the brass down to the fans, John Harbaugh is the guy they got. A big spot for John Harbaugh's Giants staff will be offensive coordinator for Jaxson and company. Todd Monken, the Ravens OC the last 3 years, is among the leading candidates, sources say. Still, a search to be held and a few options for Monken on the table, but he's the early leader. I will say this, a lot of people are talking about Monken and Lamar. Lamar had his best season under John Harbaugh, obviously. Best season under Todd Monken, obviously. As soon as they got Derrick Henry, Lamar's numbers went up. Passing touchdowns up, interceptions down. Imagine what he's going to be able to do with a quarterback that can actually throw the ball in Jaxson Dart. Shots fired. Imagine what he's going to be able to draw up with a quarterback that can actually read a defense and throw the ball on time in Jaxson Dart. I think Todd Monken gets a bad rap, to be honest with you. I think Lamar Jackson's overrated, to be honest with you. The fact that John Harbaugh got this much out of Lamar Jackson goes to the coach that John Harbaugh is. He's going to get a hell of a lot out of these Giants players. Whether it's Dart, Neighbors, Cam, you name it. On the defensive side of the ball, Lawrence, Carter, you name it. Ian Rappaport on Good Morning Football has a scoop.
The biggest headline for the New York Giants, and one they have been waiting for. Sources say John Harbaugh and the New York Giants are finalizing a 5-year deal for him to be the new coach of the New York Giants, a deal which reaches upwards of $20 million. Almost there, going to make him one of the highest paid coaches in the NFL. He was going to be expensive. They knew that. He was going to bring in a big staff. It was going to take a lot, and the Giants were willing. John Mara and the New York Giants, Joe Schoen, the general manager, leading this search for the number one candidate, and really someone who yesterday they made a major push for, brought Harbaugh into the building, cleared everyone else out, got the key parts, including the GM, including the owner, including Jaxson Dart, by the way, to come in and pitch John Harbaugh on their opportunity. Ended up leaving the facility, and tentatively he's scheduled he had the Tennessee Titans schedule a flight to fly to him to talk to them. They're willing to go all into with a huge package to try to get Harbaugh to be their coach. They agreed to a deal late in the afternoon, tried to keep it quiet, and ended up getting out there around 11 o'clock or so last night for some of the local guys. It is going to be official this morning. John Harbaugh going to be the next coach of the New York Giants. Todd Monken slated to be his offensive coordinator. A big win today for the Giants.
Big W for the Giants, and this cannot be understated. Brian Daboll, he's been helping lead the charge for the Giants to land John Harbaugh. Brian Daboll apparently has no hard feelings after the Giants fired him. The full court press the Giants have been putting on John Harbaugh reportedly includes having Daboll assure Harbaugh that he'll be working with good people in New York. Reports came out earlier last week that Daboll was taking it upon himself to call John Harbaugh and tell him the type of quarterback Jaxson Dart is. This was a collective team effort to land somebody that the Giants wanted to land. I will go on record right now. The Giants are going to have a turnaround very quickly. The same way you saw the New England Patriots turn around from 4-13 to 13-4. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same type of turnaround you're going to see with the Giants. There were a lot of winnable games on the table this year, whether it's the Broncos game, the Cowboys game. Many winnable games on the table. The Bears game that they just didn't close due to coaching. John Harbaugh is going to change that, and I'm not a Giants fan. Ignore the visor. John Harbaugh finalizing a deal with the New York Giants, and Alcho calls it a great move.
I like this move a lot. Number one, because we know that Harbaugh is a really good coach, right? We know that. I like it because we know that Harbaugh can put good structure around young, budding quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson steps in as a rookie under Jim Harbaugh, goes 6-1. They instantly make the playoffs. After that, Lamar Jackson's career arc, it just continues to do this and this and this and this, including a unanimous MVP, along with another MVP. So Harbaugh can make sure that Jaxson Dart has the structure that Dart needs to have in order to develop. Harbaugh is going to make sure that he has a really good defense. What pieces do the Giants have? They have a Brian Burns. They have an Abdul Carter. They have a Dexter Lawrence. They could tag a Kayvon Thibodeau if they want to. Like, they have the structure to have a really good defense. What did Harbaugh have in his times there? He had a T-Sizzle. He had a Haloti Nada. He had this defensive front of really good edge rushers. So I love Harbaugh to the Giants. I like the
One man's loss is another man's gain. They're saying text from AFC executive now, according to Jordan Schultz. Vrabel to New England last year is John Harbaugh to the Giants in 2026. Mark it down A+ higher. You can mark this down too. The New York Giants, barring injury, will have an equal to, if not better, record than the Baltimore Ravens. Take that to the bank. Like the video, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Peace!